This video gives a short impression of Chapter 4 from the Handbook for Teachers about Game-Based Learning in Mathematics. This handbook was developed within the European Erasmus Plus project, GAMA.
Are you interested in using digital game-based learning games in teaching mathematics in the upper secondary school or high school, but you haven't found suitable games?
We have exactly the same problem.
Meillä on ihan sama ongelma.
Imali smo baš taj problem.
Έχουμε ακριβώς το ίδιο πρόβλημα.
We have hetzelfde probleem.
In this short video, we will tell you about the pre-evaluation and use of different games in math teaching.
The games presented in the handbook were selected as the result of a fairly extensive evaluation. In the first round of searching for games, we looked for all possible games that contain mathematics. It was quite challenging to find math games specifically for upper secondary school students. Next, we proceeded with the evaluation by first conducting an extensive search of games as well as various internet platforms, game makers' sites, and app stores. These 21 games were then pre-evaluated based on the purpose of the game and the suitability of the topic for upper secondary mathematics teaching. As a result of the pre-evaluation, 5 games were selected to best suit to be played and for wider evaluation. These games are presented here. In King of Math 2, it is possible to practice mathematical skills related to numbers and calculus, addition, comparison, less than, greater than, estimation and approximations, mathematical representation, decimals, subtraction, multiplication, division, combinations of calculations, and fractions in 5 different fields: countryside, city, forest, mountain, and castle. Dragon Box, Algebra 12+, and its newer version, Kahoot! Algebra 2 by Dragon Box is a game-based learning game where the player does not initially recognize that they are playing a math game, but gradually learns skills that then turn out to be mathematical equation-solving skills. It is played in a space-like environment. On each level, the game field is in 2 parts so that the halves can be mathematically identified as the left and right sides of an equation. Variant Limits is a math game where the player learns the nature of points, functions, function relationships to limits and limit laws, relating continuity to limit as well as asymptotes. It is played in an animated castle city that visually combines the past and the future, where you run from one assignment area to another. Factor focuses on identifying the factors of the numbers and using the factors to divide numbers into prime numbers as well as to multiply in order to reach a bigger number. It is played in a very minimalistic, space-like environment where the player moves a rocket. Dragon Box, Elements, and its newer version Kahoot! Geometry by Dragon Box is a games-based learning game where the player learns to perceive, point out and prove different geometric shapes, their parts, and the relationships of the parts to each other. The Dragon Box, Elements, is played by advancing in a narrow, high tower. The tower is a bit like a stone mound with 7 different levels. Each level has a slightly different animated environment and a varying number of tasks. Each task has different shapes that need to be identified and used to prove geometric laws.
The pre-evaluation opened our eyes to the need for math games in upper secondary schools. With that, we also got to know a few nicely executed math games, which created faith in the design and implementation of functional and educational math games.
Now we are ready to use our games in a classroom.
Nyt me ollaan valmiita käyttämään pelejä luokkahuoneessa.
Sada smo spremni koristiti naše igre u učionici.
Τώρα είμαστε έτοιμοι να χρησιμοποιήσουμε το παιχνίδι μας στην τάξη.
Nu kunnen wij gebruiken games in de klas.
This video was developed within the European Erasmus Plus project, GAMA, about game-based learning in mathematics. For more information about the handbook or the GAMA project, click the link in the description of this video.